breaking news or whatever. They're on another one. Gang, gang. Yeah. Gang, gang, emergency Zoom film at 11. Same 5 goons, same deranged obsession. This changes everything. Bro, it's page 47 of emotion they skin while half watching Yellowstone. Gang, gang, squinting at 8-point font like detectives. Zoom so far and the pixels are screaming for mercy. Look at this, timestamp 20, 22, my God. But they're yelling it like they just cracked Watergate. High five. Mike's been muted for 20 minutes, still barking. Circular logic, so a lot of time to seem impressive. Trust the plan, this is massive. Nah, fam, it's boilerplate and it's mid at best. Gang, gang. Self-appointed outrage, swap patting each other like they personally ended corruption. Gang. Dropping bombshell tea that's been sitting in pieces since breakfast. Gang, gang. Moral high ground, speed run, they'll flip the script the second it's convenient. Gang. Same PowerPoint presentation, new day, same brain dead narration. Gang, gang. We're not obsessed, we're just passionate. 3-hour living yesterday's hoodie, passion in my ass. Why is he even breathing right now? Says the guy refreshing notifications every 14 seconds. Gang, gang. Playing lawyer on God mode, reading comprehension. Stuck in elementary, confidence in the stratosphere. Case dismissed. They're screaming to the void. Motion still pending, but go off, I guess. Disagree? Obviously a paid chill. Actually read the filing, deep state plan. Laugh at them, you're clearly compromised too. Exist in the same zip code. Suspicious behavior, notify the group chat. Gang, 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 gang. Tighter circle, smaller brain. Gang, gang. Echo chamber finally running out of oxygen. Gang, gang. Yeah. Gang, gang, acting the actual judge like it's group chat. Replay all meltdowns, labeled just asking questions. Got warned by the core ones, that was a suggestion. Still get it the same screed like it's strictly trash talk. Gang, gang, we're above all this drama. While screenshotting, they on meltdown for content. Preaching peace and love while actively baiting bears. And fake shock when the bear finally bites back. How could this happen? Gang, gang. Synchronized tantrum hours. 5 tabs open, all the same screenshot. Different zoom levels, gang, gang. Premature victory lap over legal language, still can't pause. Gang, gang. Standing 10 toes on business until tomorrow's finally send them scrambling again. Gang, gang. Hype the claim to the moon, then ghost the chat when it ages like milk. Gang, 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 gang. Refresh, refresh, gang, 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 gang. See y'all same time tomorrow. Don't be late.
He cleared my throat.
But Lynette admitted to making one, but not all of them.
I'm just saying.
Just saying.
It opened up my eyes. So I walked the line.
Just saying.
Never gonna give you up.
Just saying.
Fascinating. I saw the sign.
Fascinating.
One more time.
This is, in fact, a PR team.
The PR team.
You know?
We got the clips.
Just saying.
And the emphysema dream.
Wow. Oh no. In my throat, it's like a tickle, you know? Yeah.
Let me clear my throat again.
Absolute idiot.
Hello, everybody. I've been up all night, drinking 5-hour energy drinks. I am just so excited to be here. Hope you guys are excited too. I don't know if I can contain myself. I don't think I can. I don't think I can contain myself. I need to go see my PO officer. I've been drinking 5-hour energy drinks all night long. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like my bladder's about to burst. I've been holding it back just for you guys. Holding it. Oh my God. It was so painful. Oh my gosh. There's nothing like taking one of them there, what do they call them? Urine tests or something like that. And then admitting that you did it, that you did do the drugs. Well, that's always a good thing. Man, my PO officer, he's going to be really mad at me for, let me see if I can change my story enough times that you get confused about what really happened here. Now, let me tell you. So, like, it's my birthday, and I go out with my buddies, and we're just out there, drinking, maybe going to do a little bit of that there ganja, the devil's lettuce, where you're just hitting that there, a little bit of tokes, and then I drink a little bit, just maybe a little bit too much, although I'm not supposed to be doing that either. I'm not supposed to even be, doing that kind of thing, drinking or being around places where there could be any drinking or even, a little drugs, but that's okay. Don't mind. It's my birthday. I can do what the fuck I want to. Right. Right. So I was drinking 5-hour energy drinks all day, and then of course, the first story that comes out was, maybe I just, maybe I did a little bit of too much of the alcohol, and who knows what I did. Maybe I slept with some strippers or something like that, or maybe I was jerking guys off in the parking lot. Who knows? But my buddies called up and said, "Well, hey, fat ass, why don't you come pick up your husband? He's like drooling all over the strippers here. I know they're male strippers, but it's okay. They got large weens, and he's like, acting like he's in a bukkake film or something. He's just busy as hell. You need to come pick up your husband." Well, of course, whenever he gets home, I don't know what the fuck happened last night. Well, it wasn't the fact that, those were midgets that you were, balancing on your tonsils there. But hey, we won't judge. We don't judge. You do whatever you want to with the midgets. It's okay. It was this, the 6-foot guys there, that were hung like elephants, they were just like slapping you around, and, we had to get you home, and you got home. And of course, I know you drink another 5-hour energy drink after you got home, because why wouldn't you? That's what they were pouring in your mixed drink there, 5-hour energy drinks. Cause it wasn't vodka and Red Bull. It was 5-hour energy drinks and vodka. Yeah. That's what they were doing. That's what they were doing. While I had to have the energy up because my arms were getting tired. They were getting really tired. So, after I did all of that, I was just so like out of my mind that, oh geez, I gotta go pee. I'll hold it. I'll hold it. I'll hold it. I'll hold it until I get to see my PO officer later on in the week. Maybe I'll drink a few more just to flush out my system. I'll drink some more 5-hour energy drinks. I'll just pound those things down. I have to do something to wake up in the morning. He goes, I go to sleep smoking the little wacky tobacco. So, I got to do something to like pick up my spirits, to run my landscaping business, or should I say my wife's landscaping business. Anyhow, but we're happy to do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to get up, we're going to go, and we're going to, see the PO officer. We're going to say, hey, I went out maybe a little too much and partied, and I was drinking 5-hour energy drinks. Here, let me pee into your cup. If I pee in your cup, maybe I'll miss, because my hands are really shaky. These 5-hour energy drinks and all the hand jobs, it just really sucks for me. So once I get in there, I may get some on the walls, but it's okay, because that's what we do here. Pee on the walls. Why not? Yeah, guys were peeing on me in the bathroom, so it doesn't matter. It was just my foot, but well, maybe it was just my foot. You never know, because 5-hour energy drinks, guys do so much of them. You do enough of them, man. You can go forever. You can go all night long. You can just be, hitting that seal, making that walrus clap. You could just totally do this. You just she loves it whenever I've been drinking all night. And I come home, and I just hit that thing like a ton of bricks. Well, she hits me like a ton of bricks, but that's okay. Whenever she sits on my face, it's just you wouldn't believe it. I can actually hold my breath a long, long time. It's like being in a submarine. You get down deep enough, you start holding your breath. You're like, man, I don't know if I can hold my breath for the next 3 or 4 days. That's okay. I got 5-hour energy drinks. I'm ready to pound a few more. I'm good to go. I can clap that ass all day long. Man, it's a fucking party here. And of course, then after I pee in the cup, I tell them, well, yeah, I might have done a little bit of cocaine off my wife's ass. You never know. It could have been it might have been my wife's ass. I don't know. Bubba's ass and her ass look about the same. It's just sort of there. It's just they're both sweaty and hairy, and it's just I couldn't tell the difference. Bubba didn't mind. He was happy to let me just right off his ass. But it might have been the 5-hour energy drink that I had right before I got here. It couldn't have been. It could have been the the booger sugar. No. It would never be the booger sugar. It would totally be the 5-hour energy drinks. And then of course the PO officer was like, oh, absolutely. We guarantee it's the 5-hour energy drinks, but So you were out drinking all night with your friends and you're not supposed to do that on probation. Oh, well, I didn't really think about it, because I'm a dumbass, but it wasn't really, me going out and partying with my friends at a bar, drinking 5 hour energy drinks and snorting coke off of strippers' asses. No, 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 no. It wasn't anything like that. It was my birthday, you got to give me a little bit of sharing, a little bit of love for my birthday. I don't get to do this very often. Well, son, you're not supposed to do this before you go, to, do your P test. You're supposed to graduate from your first step. Doesn't mean you're off probation, of course, at all, because well, and I know you've been here multiple times. You're constantly drinking those 5 hour energy drinks, and you never popped positive before, but this time you did, son. It must have been you just drank it a little bit too soon before you came in. It's okay. We'll make sure that you're all right. We'll just put a warrant out for your arrest, and as soon as anybody talks about it, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Nothing bad's gonna happen, right? It's just like, come on, you're absolutely fine. Well, of course, then it was like, well, they came and picked me up. Well, no, they didn't really pick me up. Well, the bondsman sort of picked me up and brought me. No, 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 that didn't happen. No, I'm not handicapped. I'm not disabled. No, nothing like that. No, it wasn't anything. Let's see how many times we can change the story until the body count footage comes out. Kind of stuff, and that might show a little bit of a different story, but that's okay, because everybody's liars and they'll just make up shit. I mean, why not? I make up shit all the fucking time. Just like I tell people that, my rocks are totally like sourced, locally and everything, except, for the times that they came from China. Those were different. That was a different time. That was a different time. It's not the same time as this. We do these things on a different time schedule. I know I've been evicted a few times, but it's okay, if I'm evicted because, I might have owned the house. Well, not really. I didn't own the property it was on, but I owned like totally the mobile home, it was totally mine. But hey, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got you covered. I got you covered. Nobody knows what it's like from New York. We do 5 hour energy drinks, and we know what it's like to cross bridges. We're happy to cross those bridges whenever we get to them. We'll just make up shit as we go because that's how we do. We'll even tell people we're handicapped whenever we're not handicapped, but that's okay because I totally don't live off food stamps. No, it's not at all. I'm like totally like the richest person here. I make so much money. Look at me. I made so much money. Like I was telling everybody that my husband was going to like frame out this barn and don't worry. We got the money. We got it all from you guys. You guys were so generous, so gracious to throw all your hard-earned money at us. And we promise it wasn't for what we said it was for. It was for us. You have to remember, it's all for us. I'm totally suing Megan Fox, because if I sue Megan Fox, it's going to be glorious. I'm going to make 150,000, probably 100 million, because she's been using my copyrighted content. That fucking whore. What am I supposed to do with her? Maybe get rid of her. If I once I sue her, the rest of them are going to fall because, she's like the leader of the pack, except whenever Jeremy's the leader of the pack or Tug's the leader of the pack. Those guys are totally leaders of the pack. Now we have to remember who the leader of the pack is here. The one drinking the 5 hour energy drinks. The one that's totally never been on stream and trying to sell any of my rocks along with me. It's not, no, not that guy. That guy, I'm not responsible for the stupid shit he does and says. No. That's all my fault, for letting him on because he's a dumbass. It's not his fault. He doesn't drink enough 5 hour energy drinks to, keep me entertained. Or else I would, why do you think I sit on my computer for, 5 hours at night? I just, just sitting there like me slurping down my big gulps. And, I don't smoke or anything like that. No, totally don't. No. Nope. No smoking. Nope. No smoking for me. I definitely don't do none of that because, smoking is bad for you. We would never do any of that here. Totally don't smoke. I don't smoke. I don't drink. But let me call my buddy. His name is Ray. Oh, Ray. Come on, Ray. I know you threw a little bit of money at me, but it's nothing. You got more. You got more where that came from. What are you going to do with it? You're going to be gone here, in a couple of years anyway. Especially whenever the doctor goes, "Hey, your brain's not all there." No, he's totally there, man. You're all there, Gay. You're all there, Ray Ray. Totally all there. Well, let's see, Ray Ray, I know those 3,000, dollars that you sent over to us, it's totally to sue Megan, but I'm buying more product from China. Don't worry about the China stuff. It's okay. We got, they have small hands. They're fine. They'll pick more rocks. And, they pick them like grapes, they just pluck them off the vine. We call them miners. They send them over here. And then we totally say, hey, look at this great stuff. I know you can get it on Temu for much less, but you're getting it for me so I can sue Megan. Why not? Fuck that bitch. She can just go to hell, rot away, and I'll get 150,000 off of it. And then everybody else is going to be paying me money because they're totally defaming me. Absolutely. That's what we do, because we can't argue the facts. So if we can't argue the facts, why in the fuck would we ever even try to prove our shit right? Because, hey, what we'll do is by shutting up everybody else, if we shut everybody else up, we can just totally, get our narrative however we want to have it. If we want to say that, like it was defamation, although it clearly wasn't, but we are going to make sure that it sounds like it's defamation, because if it sounds like defamation, then it sounds like, you just got it, the defamation on us. Although, it's publicly available court documents. Oh, fuck that. Well, what we'll do is don't worry. This Shizzy Dumbnuts, he's not out of the barrel yet. We're going to fuck with him next. We're just totally going to fuck with him because, we'll take his stuff down. Yeah, that's totally going to work. That just makes it like completely believable. Everything that we do, everything that we say, it's totally like on us because we are smart. We are so smart that even lawyers are telling us that we should be lawyers. Well, except for my sister. Fuck that cunt. She can go to hell. I don't want to have anything to do with her. I know that I might have taken a little bit of the family money, but that's okay. I earned it because I was there. For my dying mother. I was totally there for her whenever, in her final hours of need, and also my final hours of need. I was totally there for her, but my sister can go suck a left nut for all I care. That bitch, she's done nothing but been a hard sore on my ass. Well, except for that chair. It's just totally been somebody else's fault. So let's try, Shizzy Dumbnuts. And what is he going to do? What is he going to do? What is Shizzy Dumbnuts going to do? I'm totally striking the guy, totally striking him yet again.
You said I won, you said you lose, then the record drops and you start to bruise. Copyright this privacy, that free speech for you. Different when they clap. Call them stalkers, call them liars, call them obsessed when the facts get higher. You wanted to fight, here it comes. Your words, your claims, your own damn tongue. No smoke, no rumor, just one finger. Ready for the flag, every flag you place proves me right. Every strike you drop, that's my next line. I want you lose, shout it proud. Nothing says win like shutting me down. Every flag you place proves me right. Can't win the talk, so you try to kill the light. Watch the docket, that's your line. Watch the docket, everything's fine. We watch the docket, look what we see. You report voices, then cry, not me. It's only a little, that's the defense. Pull the fire alarm when the truth gets tense. You scream harassment when someone disagrees, then talk all night about your enemies. Call everybody obsessed while you keep tabs. Funny how obsession only counts on the other side. Every flag you place proves me right. Every strike you drop writes my next line. I want you lose, shout it proud. Nothing says win like shutting me down. Every flag you place proves me right. Can't win the talk, so you try to kill the light. You need permission, that's my property. Fair use won't say save you. That's what you keep saying. Commentary, reaction, criticism too. Wait a damn minute, didn't you say that's fair use too? Rules for thee, but not for flea. Rules for thee, but not for flea. Copyright degree from Trust Me University. Breadsticks, co-fi, legal fee talk. Ask a question, suddenly it's stalking. Court finds lawyers who paid what and when. Every question's defamation till you do it to them. I don't make it up, I don't make it strange. Just press play, you write the punchline every page. You could answer, you could prove us wrong. You could show the proof instead of shutting us down. If your answer to talk is making voices disappear, it's not the speaker, it's your own words you fear. It's the playback, it's the quote. Hearing your own voice is what sticks in your throat. Watch the docket, no. Watch the mirror. The flag you place proves me right. Every strike you draw.
Is that calm enough for you guys? How are you guys doing this afternoon? It's an interesting chain of events that happens, and you see this quite often. Well, let's get to the debunking part. I'm sure that you're just absolutely been waiting for this. Now, I want to be very clear, very clear. I don't know if any of you guys did science in school. I hope that you did. Just even basic science. Like the things that you take into your body. Test a certain way whenever it comes out through your urine, for example. Okay. Now these freaks and fools want you to believe this little video right here. Okay. And the thing that you have to remember is they're pouring something purely into these little test cups. They're little fake pee cups. Okay, it's not that they had somebody drink these. It's just they're pouring the raw liquid into a test cup. Now, I don't know, like I said, how many of you actually took science in school, but the body absorbs things and usually leaves a byproduct, through urine or feces, that kind of thing. But, these intelligent people thought that they would take their little test strips and they would drop them inside the raw drink. No interaction with the human body whatsoever, and they've tried to convince people that if you drink these, that's what goes into your system, not that the body distributes things like sugars and all different kinds of chemicals and gives you that waste behind. But we'll watch the video because it's quite interesting. Drugs in energy drinks. Okay. Now I reached out to Red Bull and I also reached out to 8 Hour Energy Drink to confirm if this is true or not, because I don't expect that I'll hear anything back from them anytime soon. But if it's true, that their energy drinks are causing people to pop positive, then almost every single person that ever drinks one of these is going to pop positive whenever they drink their energy drinks. Now, it's not me that said this. And this is something that the flea actually believes why her husband popped positive for the drugs, is because he drank energy drinks. Now, just like it was poppy seeds last time. He had an all you can eat, all everything bagel, and that's totally what it was. It was the poppy seeds. And look, I did my research. I vetted my shit. I totally vetted my shit, because that's what I do over here. I vet my shit, and of course, as soon as people call me out on it, I'm going to say, why are they saying that my husband's a heroin addict? No one said that, you fucking mental midget. But let's get to the debunking part, because it's always quite interesting. So here she goes. She's pouring a Red Bull directly in there, and she's dropping a test strip directly into the Red Bull. Okay, this is how they're proving that the body metabolizes this stuff. They've got Red Bull into a B cup, trying to tell you that this is going to pop positive. Well, I'm sure it'll pop positive for all kinds of stuff, because those particular chemicals have chemical reactions. The same way your body has a chemical reaction and excretes certain elements. Yeah, all the truckers would have failed the drug test. Never. No, I'm totally like debunking me here. Like, I'm totally being debunked on my own stuff, because this is a good scientific test. So this is what they're running themselves by. They're so happy to say that, look, oh my gosh, look, we've got the most intelligent people here. They're totally like doing this in like someone's office, so they can say,
not wanting to soak it up.
I wonder why,
It won't even soak up. There we go.
Oh yeah, see, look. Now I'm gonna lay this one out here. Now what's she gonna grab next? Oh, let's see.
Now these are the same dip cards that are used.
The same dip cards.
Probation office.
Totally. Probation office. Yeah, I'm sure they are. Matter of fact, you can go get these things yourself. You could try this little test at home. And I'll tell you what, why don't you do this? Why don't you drink yourself about 5 or 6 of them 5-hour energy drinks, and then after you're done, you go pee in a cup, and then take the same test and see what it pops as. Wow.
At a clinic. This is a energy shot that's made with green tea, so it sounds a little bit healthier.
Green tea, yeah.
Still not very good for you.
It's supposed to be good for you. Yeah. Uh-huh. We dip those in here too. Not urine. We're dipping these into energy drinks. Right? This is totally like scientific here. Like special. Just for you.
Our next one is a
Looks
regular
like
strength
test.
energy shot.
That's 5-hour energy. This is the one that Gabe likes. It's his favorite. He drinks these like water. I mean, it even has the color of tea to it. Maybe a strawberry, maybe a little raspberry, maybe some watermelon. Now let's dip that in there. Like that. This is totally what you can buy at any convenience store. I'm sure the 5-hour energy is just happy to know that that according to the fleas, science ain't real unless the flea is telling you. I mean, she's totally gonna prove it here. Smart lady. She's on top of it.
This one is an extra strength energy shot.
Yeah, 5-hour energy shot. We got it. This is a different one. This is completely different. No, this is the different one. This is a different 5-hour energy shot. It could be the one that Gabe likes, it doesn't matter. Just Red Bulls, 5-hour energy, because, he can't sit still. I mean, you know what else does that to you? The cocaine, that could do it too. You do a little bit of the booger sugar.
And this last one is an energy shot with B12 in it. It says it has
B12.
10,000%.
10,000%
Of your recommended daily dose of B12.
Oh my God, that's a lot
Now,
of B12.
who really needs that much B12?
Well, apparently Gabe does.
It
'Cause
sounds
how else
healthy.
is he going to pop positive? Like totally doing this on his own. Like nobody forced him to drink those 5-hour energy drinks. Did she also test glazed donuts? She should. She totally should. You know, the powdered sugar on those donuts probably, you know, needs to test those too. This is, there we go. Look, pure energy drinks. Now you have to remember, it's not because they dip you have to remember that Gabe drinks so much of this, he doesn't even pee anymore. It just comes out as an energy drink, you know? And then of course, you know, you got 2L over there that just bathes in it. She's just like, oh, give me the energy, Gabe. It's better than my crystals.
All right.
All right, now let's go back over here and check and see how the Red
Bring
Bull.
the camera around here and get that.
Okay.
So
All
here's
right, what does the Red Bull do? Oh my God.
Looks like we are.
So explain these.
Okay, so 2 lines on there
2
means
lines.
negative.
Mm-hmm.
One
Uh-huh.
line up at the top, and if that's the only one, that's positive. So it looks
Positive.
like on this one we have
Totally
we're
positive.
positive for Suboxone
Suboxone.
for the Red Bull.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There's a little bitty control line on there on the methadone.
Little bitty one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's negative for that. But so far it's negative for or positive for Suboxone
Totally
and
positive.
negative for everything else.
Everything else.
And that's
Like totally
The Red
like
Bull.
So our
scientific. here.
sugar-free Red
Pure
Bull
Sugar-free
caused us to
Red
be
Bull will pop
positive
you.
for
like
Suboxone.
if you pee
Okay.
Red Bull,
right now
do
with
not pee
the
Red Bull because
5-hour
if you
tea,
do 5-hour
shot,
tea,
it looks
Oh, yeah.
like it's going to pop for marijuana.
marijuana's. Oh my gosh, what do they put in that green
And-
tea?
Suboxone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
so just so you guys know, if you're drinking what you think is healthy, you know, if you're peeing this stuff, it's totally gonna show up. So every time that you guys are you know, you open up the tap and you're peeing that green tea stuff, you're totally popping like positive. But you have to pee this stuff. You can't pee, you know, urine. You have to pee this stuff out. Because if you pee anything else out, it's totally not going to show up. Like if you actually have urine or the body's metabolize things, it's totally like going to pop, you know, positive. So
And
make sure you
methadone.
don't
All
drink
right,
so
so all
much.
of those-
you can see
Methadone
the,
too.
the line at the top is
Methadone.
barely there on
Yeah.
both of those, but
Yeah.
they're there,
So-
the control lines.
Yeah.
Mhm.
See, this is scientific. So
And
scientific.
on the
Mhm.
5-hour energy.
Special. Oh, here's the
we
5-hour
have
energy.
A control line for that shows cocaine on the top,
Oh my
but it
gosh.
looks like it's making it positive for cocaine.
Oh, see, that's what it is. You know, and whenever you're peeing 5-hour energies, that's what happens. You like totally like you shouldn't be peeing 5-hour energies. Probably try using urine, you know, in your pee samples. Don't pour the 5-hour energy drink in the little test cup. Because you totally do that, you're popping
Positive
for
for
the cocaine.
marijuana. Positive
Marijuana's
for PCP.
PCP.
Positive for methadone, and positive for Suboxone.
Oh, look at that. So tell me, little Gabe, you know, if you were peeing the 5-hour energy, does that mean that you also didn't, well, let's see. Well, I guess that sort of debunks it, doesn't it? Because, well, if he was peeing like the 5-hour energy drink out of his urinary tract, there's a big possibility it would have also shown up with PCP. It would have shown up with the booger sugar. It would have, you know, the angel dust. It would have showed up with the angel dust. It would have showed up with methadone. It would have showed up with all these other drugs. Like if you would totally like been peeing 5-hour energy drinks and not urine. Because that's what we do here. We have to drink enough of it that we're totally like peeing 5-hour energy drinks straight out.
Ooh, not good.
Not good. And then the blue raspberry. Once again, we're positive for Suboxone.
Suboxone. Oh my gosh.
And could be a false positive for marijuana.
Oh,
Because there's a
marijuana's.
little line at the bottom
There's just a
that I
little
can
line at the
barely
bottom.
see. But
You know, don't leave any little
that
lines
could
laying around,
possibly be
especially
a
around Gaby Poo,
positive for
because
that.
he'll put them up his
Okay.
nose.
and then the B12.
Oh, the
Well, it
B12.
sounded so healthy.
Yes,
Oh, so
that's
healthy.
positive for marijuana.
Marijuana's. Oh my gosh. It is so.
And well, the control line, yep, it's on the top. I can barely see it.
So don't ever pee pure B12, because if you're peeing pure B12, you're going to pop positive. You know, here's what I also found really funny. So check this out. Their little chat right down here, like their comments are hilarious. I had this happen so many times, explaining, showed videos to the doctors and nurses, but they don't really care. Then on my next appointment, I find out that every patient had failed tests. So I demanded to talk to a different doctor and was almost kicked out. Yeah. Another one, and as a medical professional, the professional drug screeners incorrectly using a metabolic urine test to see if energy drinks have drugs. These tests for the metabolites in the urine, not for active drugs. For active drugs, they need 909 narco pouch. This screener doesn't know a damn thing about her job and should be fired for incompetence. Faint lines are still lines. It means nothing. No control line, invalid test. Professional using metabolic tests. Energy drink companies can probably bring in loads of drugs easier disguised as your sugar. I don't know as much, but it doesn't make a lot of sense that they put weed in an energy shot. You can't do the test this way. Let's test the urine after the drink is consumed. I'd say 2 hours at least. The metabolites, not the drink itself, cause the positive, as in how our body breaks it down. I'm a first responder and I failed for PCP and cocaine at work, A&D, for antidepressants. I was told that the line regardless means positive regardless of how light it is by a probation officer. I'm just drinking Monster Hydro. I mean, come on. Like this is why I'm laughing. At these idiots. I mean, it is most ridiculous. The amount of shit that they want to spew out is constantly just it's like if your garbage disposal backs up, it smells really nasty, and that's about what comes out of the cankles mouths right there. They got some really serious issues with keeping their facts straight. But of course, they'll change the story again. Well, I didn't say that. Now you guys are saying that he's being attacked by 5-hour energy drinks, and they're like threatening him. Uh-huh. Well, it's interesting. It's interesting because, these fools want us to believe that everything that they're doing is completely 100%, on the up and up. Yeah. Everything that they do is completely on the up and up. We've seen this multiple times in prior things. Yeah, haven't we now? Haven't we seen these kinds of little tales before? Like they're totally selling you, rocks that, and not like bad rocks. They're selling you good. Oh, no. It says, Your Honor, my income has been affected by COVID-19 since 2020. Wow. Do you think they changed their business model in 4 years? My small business gets its products from China. China? Wait, didn't she say that? Now, is that where Goober gets his stuff from? Is that where the Gator Boy gets his stuff from too? No, he wouldn't do something like that. It's not like he told her that, how to get where to get these things from. No, he gets his from a different place. Yeah, there you go. So his small business gets its products from China, like the 5-hour energy drinks. China was shut down during their New Year's festival in mid-January. Customs was shut down. No product was able to be shipped or received to the United States due to the holiday season in the States. We had sold out of product and needed new product to continue. Do you think they've just bought all new products since then? Yeah. Let's see. This one killed me right here. The last conversation with the office was June 8th when I called to find out the exact amount I owed. Oh, well, in Ricky and Sarah's name, monthly bill rent form. Oh, don't worry about that. I don't know anything about that. The eviction paperwork states I have not paid any rent since October of 2019. This is absolutely incorrect information. No, just like Goober. He used 5-hour energy drinks, and that's how he popped positive. Hey, Olap, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you, Megan Fox. Good to see you, Maud, Linda Harvey. all you fine mods, all you fine people, all 400 of you, make sure that you've hit that thumbs up and shown a little bit of love to this guy right here, because they are probably going to strike this channel yet again. They see, the thing is what they do is anything that I talk about, if it involves their lies and their bullshit, they can't debate the bullshit that they're saying. And whenever I show proof of it, the first thing that they do, instead of actually, coming back and showing the proof of, this barn that they built, or that their husband wasn't arrested, that their husband wasn't put in jail, that he doesn't have a criminal offense, that it's just a partial criminal offense, that it's not really criminal, that it's, it's sort of civil, and all this kind of shit. Whenever you show proof of their fucking lies, the first thing that they do is they call it harassment and try to strike you, because they can't debate the facts. They're having a hard time with that. Of course, we also know that Megan's not a real fucking journalist, because she was on Fox, totally paid by Fox, 100%. She's a Fox reporter, Foxy reporter. They don't understand. They asked her opinion on something about maybe a book that she wrote, or maybe a story she was covering, and she was an authority on that. And then they brought her on. She sat down and she told them, through a nice little interview. Probably didn't get paid anything to do that, but they showed up. They said, "Hey, we're going to film. You're going to talk," and she's a well-known authority. No, she's a total liar. Like they would never hire her, although she's never been hired by them. But it sounds to me like they're trying to tell PJ Media that they need to fire her from, being in, maybe like fucking with her business. That's not a good thing to do. It's totally not a good thing to do, because, Megan Fox, she's taking a little bit of time off, like she does on the weekends. Well, you know why Megan takes those weekends off? Because she has a thing like family, and her family isn't in jail. It's really interesting how that works. Her family isn't in jail for popping positive on cocaine. Well, you know what? Who else's family is around? Wow, just about everybody else's. Even the people that you really absolutely love, or love to hate, one of the two. You hate everybody, but that's okay. Thank you, Debster, for the 1,000 jewels with the guitar. I appreciate you for that. And then we also got Scammers Don't Win. 10 jewels, gold coin. We like the gold coins. We like the jewels. Thank you so much. And then, of course, we also got the 100 from Scammers Don't Win. Thank you very much for that. And Teresa Elliott with 10 jewels, a gold coin, showing some love, every single bit of it. Like I said, that's their plan, is they will try to strike this channel down. So whenever I know that they're going to be striking my channel down, it just means that I don't get any sort of income from ad revenue. Because why would they keep my channel up and running? They want to make sure that anybody that proves anything outside of what they tell you to believe, because it looks like they've got old Ray like completely hornswoggled. He didn't spend any money while he was here. They totally paid for everything for him. Was that using Lynette's money? Maybe it was using Gabe's booger sugar money. You never know. So excited, by the way, here with the Papa Nut. Thank you for being here for 14 months, Bunsen Rockin' Stone. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you for being here. And then also, Deb in Michigan has become a YouTube member. Welcome to
the Schitt Show.
Oh,
Every single day.
And also, look around.
A new flavor of fuckery. Cause everybody's such, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of clots. Monday, bullshit, Tuesday, bullshit, Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, vulgar, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery. We'll have it all over again.
Because they are cowards. That's right. That's absolutely right. We know the reason that they want to strike people down is because they are absolute cowards, and they've never been able to prove what they say to be true. They just want you to believe that everything that they say is true. Not only have they attacked former mods, now they're going after former friends, and it's really odd that anybody that's hanging around them, they're going to do these kinds of things to the same people hanging around them. So if Squat Dump thinks she's getting out of this, or any of the other little friends that they have hanging around. No, none of those people are going to get away from it, because what they'll do is they'll make sure that they're on camera supporting their channel. Hey, these guys are totally here for this, all the way up until the point that you start proving all their bullshit wrong and them to be liars. And then all of a sudden they will turn on them. Oh yeah, don't worry. They've turned on them. She's absolutely excited that Gabe is in the jailhouse now. He's in the jailhouse now. I'm telling you, it's got to be absolutely exciting. She doesn't have to get him any more of the booger sugar. It's like saving her so much money. She doesn't have to feed him, because he eats like a horse. That's according to old Ray. He totally eats like a horse, except he's going 100%, like he's moving. The man is moving. He's got so much to do. He's busy all the time. Also, thank you, Resting Bitch Face, for the 10 jewels with the gold coin, and another one for another gold coin. Just making it rain, making me feel dirty. I need to start getting naked over here. The UNC alert. Thank you very much, Jackie from Scotland. So welcome to see you. Welcome to see you. Hello, Rosalind. Good to see you. Hey, French, how you doing? We got 2 jewels. Also, Doctor to the Most. Thank you so much. You guys are just making it rain. I feel like Gabe at a strip club, just making it rain. Like just makes me want to get up there and shake my ass for you guys. I'm not going to do that because I'm not wearing any pants, and you don't need to see that. Party hat. Thank you, Yoda's chicken nuggets. That's awesome. Very much. Just saying. I mean, all you got to do is just reach down there and hit the thumbs up. It goes a long way. If you're subbed up to this crazy place, you'll get some content that you wouldn't get anywhere else. And then, not saying that you have to join like the highest member rank. Trust me, you don't want to do that. I've told that people to every single person out there. You will find absolutely nothing there except it was a troll. 100% a troll. So don't ever buy the 500. Just sitting here high on Red Bull. No, I'm sitting here on 5-hour energy drink. I've drank at least 10 of those. So that means I should be good to go for almost the rest of the week. But, I'm preparing myself for Sunday Spice tonight, because it's going to be a blast. Thank you very much, Cynthia Firefairy, for the 10 jewels and a floating heart. I had to sign into YouTube again, and wow, old account is back. Awesome, Twaddlebum. That's beautiful. Time to pee rest. I mean, it's unbelievable to me the amount of insanity that these fools had to go spewing out there. The absolute vitriol and hatred that they have towards their chat. And like I said, they've told everybody that money is theirs to do with whatever the fuck they want to do with it. If you think for a fucking second that they are going to spend one fucking dime on Michelle, you are out of your fucking mind. That is not their plan. They saw that cash come in, and whenever they did their big cry stream, that Olaf showed you the actual footage on that crap and showed you the kind of behavior. It actually made a really interesting tale about this. The amount of bullshit that was coming out of their mouth that they were just totally faking, but you see how the fake comes. So easy for them. The lies, the scam. It just flows like butter off their asses. It is just so happy to be there. It's just like, yeah, tasty stuff. I mean, you could butter your bread with this. Yeah, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We ain't sharing any of that bread with them people. Crazy, isn't it? Crazy, isn't it? So this is the kind of stuff that they said. Well, does Gabe need commissary? Well, he might need to get some 5-hour energy drink. Well, he's got the Ko-Fi. Oh yeah, they're like 40 days. Like, John, I hope not. I hope Gabe's not in there for 40 days. No, Fleet. Maybe you should look up what the Florida statutes are for somebody that is a third-time offender violation for probation that has a felony charge, not just one, but 2 fucking felony charges. What could possibly happen? The worst possible outcome and the best possible outcome, he is still looking that he's going to have to spend his time in a halfway house to get himself cleaned after mandatory drug rehabilitation, because clearly, as you've said, he does whatever the fuck he wants to do. You said that. That's come out of your mouth. Then you also have the same thing that I'm sure that probation officer is going to be so happy to see about him going out and getting shit-faced drunk at a bar. No, there's nothing wrong with him drinking. Absolutely nothing wrong. But you might want to read what what that probation says. What does the probation say that you are not supposed to be doing? You're not supposed to be, one, hanging out with felons. Number two, you're not supposed to be doing the drugs. Three, you're not supposed to be doing in excess alcohol. There's certain things that they are telling you you can't fucking do. But hey, Gabe will do whatever Gabe does because 5-hour energy drinks gets him through it, and probably helps take away the pain because the faster he can run away from you, the easier it is on his nose. It's just so much easier. He doesn't have to get on that sweaty crack. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with sweaty crack as long as it doesn't smell like, the bottom end of a shoe that's stepped in dog shit. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry because the thought of him, the thought of him, what? The thought of him makes you cry? Why would the thought of Gabe make you cry? I mean, the thought of him sitting in jail, that he totally could have avoided by not doing drugs. I mean, these are all of these things that keep happening to Gabe are because he's doing this stupid shit. And I guess you're oblivious to it. You're oblivious to him, like smoking the weed. No, about that. Could it be that he's smoking, hitting the crack pipe? No. I mean, he would never do anything like that. No. Could it be, that you sit there for like how many years have you said some shit about your neighbors saying, that they're a meth head, that they're always fucked up on drugs. They're absolutely fucked up on drugs all the fucking time. He's totally clearly tweaking every single time that you've seen him. He's absolutely tweaking because that's what your neighbor does. He's a drug addict. He's a drug addict. You've repeated that multiple times over and over again. Just like you want to throw shade on everybody for whatever bad habits they are. Everybody's got bad habits. Whoopee fucking deal. But you make it out to be like it's some sort of bad thing that these people are doing while your husband is fucking doing the booger sugar. While he's breaking the fucking law, while he's stealing from fucking old people. You're absolutely fine with that shit. I guess Ray's fine with that too. I mean, hell, you got those old people's fooled enough to think that you were helping them out, but apparently you weren't helping them out except you were lining your fucking own pockets with cash. But now all of a sudden, oh, this guy over here, look at the bad shit that he's done. He's such a horrible, horrible person. He's just bad guy. All the bad shit that he's done. You got to look into my neighbor Bill because old Bill is just absolute garbage. Old Bill has no thought of his own. It's not like he's there taking care of his dad or anything like that. Or maybe he's got his life cleaned up and he's totally not doing anything. Maybe he's got some psycho bitch that's standing over him saying that she's going to crush his head with a fucking shovel. No, nothing like that. Old Bill just happens to, he's got no problems whatsoever. While your husband, he's over there fucking beating guys off in the parking lot, for cocaine. Hey, I mean, you can do whatever the fuck he wants to do. If that's his gig, I mean, you got to get your blow on somehow. That's what I understand. It could be that you're just maybe bored with him. And you said, hey, maybe 40 days in jail do Gabe some good. Maybe 3 years in prison will, he won't come back wanting sex as much, and he's so demanding of me. He just gets in there like a wild animal, just hitting that nasty, pockmarked ass. You're sick of it. You're sick of it because it means that your hip keeps getting displaced, just keeps fucking with you. You really absolutely hate it whenever he's doing this shit. You got to get, you got to set him straight. You know how to set him straight. You know how to keep him, on the straight and narrow. You know how to keep him on the straight and narrow, don't you? Thank you guys so much for supporting this channel. It goes a long way to really, fight off these crazy fucking mental people here. It really does. You have no idea because they after they're done going after Megan, they're coming after Tug, they're coming after Jay, they're coming after Mr. Coop, coming after Shizzy, and I don't think they're going to file shit. But we always have to be prepared. It's just sort of one of those things. Like that we do, you know, we try to stay a little bit ahead of the game of all of their absolute insanity. But you know, this is something that old Shara dropped. Now she is an absolute lovely person. I wanted to show this today because I don't know if I'm going to have a whole lot of time next week to do it. I'm going to try to keep up with everything that's going on. You know, I keep saying this. There's no need for me to even be worried about the fucking flea or any of the bullshit that she's got going on, because she is just going to constantly, she's doing it for content. You have to understand the reason why she goes and strikes people is because then we end up talking about it and proving how much of a shitbag that she is, you know. That tends to, you know, give her content for at least a week, because, you know, without that, she probably wouldn't have anything else to do, because I don't see that her crystal sales are going really fucking well. I mean, you know, especially whenever the crystal is, you know, getting put up somebody's fucking, you know, up someone's nostrils, there's might be a reason why that stuff isn't doing any good for her. Might be a reason why, you know, all of that money coming in that her chat has been sending her and Bray's been sending her. I'm sure that she is just as happy as a pig in shit. And she don't need no lawyer for Gabe, because, you know, she's smart enough that she can talk to the judge. Yeah, we've seen how that one went for her last time. That one totally went for her really fucking well. Yeah, most definitely went so well for her. Yeah, that managed to, what judge said, "Yeah, we see that you're writing me, but that's not what happened in this case. No, it is not a civil case. It was prosecuted." Okay, and he pled nolo contender. Oh, because he didn't want to drive there. I mean, what, 5-hour energy drinks? It was just too much of an inconvenience for him to drive, you know, an hour to, you know, handle his probation. Of course, he could have got transferred over to Sumter, but that just interrupts his life. It interrupts his life. He doesn't have time for, you know, to be snorting 5-hour energy drinks anymore. Totally no more time to do that. All right, this is Char's video. Now she does have some music on here, and you have to understand that she created this right here as a nice little video just to give an explanation about the little groupies that, you know, and she calls her the garbage studio. I think that's right. The garage groupies. Now, why would you call them garage groupies? Well, because they like to hang out in a garage and sweat, you know, and you know, but the black chair is totally, you know, the leather is peeling off of it. By the way, guys, if you've ever owned leather doesn't peel like that. Just FYI. The cheap shit does, but not like the good, comfortable chairs, but you wouldn't know.
She pretends to know me.
I love it. Shara, that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. Now, as you can see, this is a sheriff deputy number 2 coming up. Now, we haven't seen the other one yet, but this is the first one coming out. Now, what exactly is happening here? Well, this sheriff deputy is coming over. Why? Because he received a call. As you can see, this was 12/24 of 2025. I'm sorry, 11/24 of 2025. Now, why, you ask, why would a sheriff's deputy come rolling up in here? Why would a sheriff's deputy come rolling up in on this stuff? Well, you're about to find out. Comes popping in here. Says, hey, what's going on?
A call, a text, anything. It's at that point, you know, we'll have probable cause. Okay. All right. So let me go get my business card real quick, and I'll be right back. What's the deal?
Oh, this is the newest one. Hold on. I thought this was the old one. Let me double check. This looks like the newest one. I think she's dropped another one on this. Give me just a second. I want to double check. Oh no, this is an old one. This is an old one. All right, I just had to double check. I love the driveway and the walkway. Yeah. Now, it always gets really interesting to me watching these kinds of things.
No report? No. All right, I'm gonna go put some fur on the wall then.
Yeah. They're not wanting to do any sort of report on this. Now, Shara is going to give you a little breakdown. Now, it also makes them very, very upset that Shara is as attractive as she is because she takes care of herself. We're talking about someone that's a mom here, someone that has a full-time job, full-time life, that also does reporting. One of the most chill people that you'll ever run into. Now they'll try to throw shade on her that she looks absolutely. They're saying, "Oh my God, she looks like she's 50 years old, compared 50 years older than what she looked like before." Really, really. I think that Shara looks just fine. I mean, she doesn't look like 10 miles of bad road that, someone, tried to plow under, but wasn't able to. No, no. Shara is not young, but she's also doesn't look old and haggard. And, she doesn't smoke as far as I can tell. I don't see, cigarettes sitting around there. It seems like she's taking care of herself. But oh no, no, no. No, it's another interesting story.
I'm going to be talking about the Lewis case tonight. I thank everyone for being here. So nice to see you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We have a lot to cover. It's going to be a series of videos on this case and my other cases as well. I'm starting with Mr. Lewis because this is the 11th hour. And I call this this file that attracted me to his case, I call it Brady 5. There's some angels out there who collected a very, very important file legally, a public record, and it is a case about Lewis. In those videos, I saw some very concerning things going on.
And if you're wondering what she's talking about all of the other videos are out there, all the other crap that she's seen. And she's going to be releasing a lot of this stuff over a period of time. And she's going to be showing the kind of bad habits that they're doing. I missed your August 8th birthday. I can't believe I would do something like that. I can't believe I would miss your August 8th birthday. When is August 8th? Damn, I probably did. I don't stream every single day. Some days I do take off. Let me see if I can find it here. I got it in here somewhere. Give me a second. I will find it. Videos. And I thought I had it loaded up in here the other day, but apparently I don't. So what I need to do is I need to find the birthday song. Give me a second. There it is. And open that. And I hope it loads up in there. If it does, I will do your birthday today. I will hit your birthday today, Miss Welsh. That's absolutely right. I will get you because I don't like missing people's birthdays. And I know sometimes that I do. As soon as this loads up in here, I will play it. So just you wait.
And in things that I heard from the PR on her
The
YouTube
PR
channel, I became very, very concerned about the well-being of Mr. Lewis.
As she should. She should be very concerned about the well-being of Mr. Lewis. I mean, I think that anybody that's a caring human being would see the kind of bad behavior that the flea was promoting, the things that she was doing to actually go after this guy and attack him relentlessly, incorporating other people to go after him and attack him relentlessly, using other people to attack him relentlessly, and wouldn't stop. Private individual that she's posting videos up, but yet whenever the same thing happens to someone that she may or may not care about, she seems to use that as more fodder to attack them even more. By the way, Carol Welch.
Joyful time
let's celebrate you no matter where we are. Tequila and margaritas, party through the night. Cake and candles, the mood is just right. As the candles flicker, make a loving toast to the one we adore the most. Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Carol Welsh. And I hope that you have many, many more with us. 66, still young, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Thanks, Carol. And thank you very much for your support. It does go a long way. Because I can almost guarantee that as soon as they get the opportunity, they're going to try to strike this yet again and just proving my point yet again of how much of shitbags they are. Happy belated birthday.
I started collecting his case,
Hmm.
and my go-to is not for the reports first. I have found in a lot of criminal cases that I've worked, actually,
Thank you very much,
the real
Chavis.
timeline in a case and the real facts in real time. Because remember, when somebody makes a phone call about an incident, that is real time. So I can go back. When I look at my evidence, I can go back to the timeline.
Ooh.
It's like a CAD report, the timeline. And the CAD report is always the opening door and things that were ongoing.
Yeah, she's right. The CAD is always the opening door. I love her voice. Yeah, a lot of people love her voice, but they see it really upsets the fleas because it doesn't sound like, she's been huffing down, a pack of cigarettes a day. She actually has a very calm, soothing voice, and she's very, very much spot on. Whenever, they get upset because, oh, she just reared her ugly head. See, the problem is they're realizing that their threats to her are falling on deaf ears, that she is using every single bit of this bad shit that they're doing to her. If you think her life is easy right now, I guarantee you that they're out there making threats on a regular basis. Why? Because this is the behavior that they do. They will threaten, intimidate, try to coerce. They will do everything they possibly can. So their story is the only story that's being told. You don't realize how mad that it makes them that people like Megan Fox and Tug are out there showing you all of the evidence. They absolutely despise it. They hate it whenever I showed the body cam footage. They absolutely despise it. They think it's the most evil thing that everybody's ever done, and that it's directly attempting to harass them. It is showing the proof of their lies. It is showing the proof of their lies, and they can't debunk it. See, they keep telling you, vet your shit, but as soon as you vet their shit and you show them exactly what the lie is, they want to come back and say, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. It wasn't poppy seeds. Who said it was poppy seeds? Who said it was 5-hour energy drinks? I just said he likes to drink 5-hour energy drinks. And then somebody sent me this video and said the 5-hour energy drinks will cause you to pop positive. Yes, they said this. These are things that they keep saying because they don't know how to vet their shit. But whenever you vet it for them and destroy their narrative, their PR, their lies, whenever you destroy that, because these people want to harass Jeremy, but Jeremy's unfazed by it because they're expecting that Jeremy's going to go on tonight and talk about them. Do you think Jeremy gives two shits about them? More than likely, I don't know. Probably not. Other than they're just going to say a bunch more bullshit. So I'm going to do my fucking thing. I'm going to do a live every Sunday. That's what he does. Why? Because he's promoting his business, whatnot. That's what he's using it for, to promote whatnot. He doesn't give two shits about the fleas. Why? Because they're low-hanging fruit. They're sort of like the pear head. Hey, Jay. Low-hanging fruit. But we like our low-hanging fruit, like Jay, sometimes. I mean, most of the time we like him, but other times we just tell him to shut up. We love Jay. It's really insane that they want to attack Sharon. Why? Because she's bringing the truth. They will even go so far as trying to strike her. If you don't think that they have it, don't be mistaken. Don't be mistaken. But they're also falling on deaf ears every time they try this, because, well, she also has it up on Rumble. So if they strike it here, it's going to show up on Rumble. If they strike it over here, it's going to show up elsewhere. Like no different than the body cam footage. It's all on Rumble. You can also go back and look at the body cam footage that I showed months ago. Actually talked about it live. Still there. As much as they try to strike down the whole video, we're only allowed to show bits and parts of it. Well, they don't like that either, so they'll try to strike it. They will try to destroy other YouTube channels. Why? Because they want their voice to be the only one. Because whenever you're the only one, of course, then you're telling the truth. Even because if nobody else is able to debunk your ass, then of course, then they're all lying about it. They're all making shit up. All you, what is it, Hags for Humanity on YouTube? Well, they absolutely hate you because you hags out there are completely like bringing up everything that we're talking about, showing it to much more people. And that hurts their narrative. It hurts them so much that they just drink 5-hour energy drinks until, they piss positive. Because that's what you do, right? Drink 5-hour energy drinks, piss positive. I mean, better tell Jay, he's driving trains, drinking 5-hour energy drinks. He's going to pop positive on his next piss test. Just so you know, Jay, no 5-hour energy drinks, because you might end up like swerving and hitting somebody. God forbid you swerve that train. Don't do it.
Beginning 2023, terrorizing this man with neighbors across the street. Can you imagine the fear of people that are building criminal cases on you?
She's not lying. See, she understands what's going on with Bill, that these people, and Bill doesn't understand it. He doesn't understand the behavior because Bill's not used to dealing with people like that. Bill is old school. He's not used to the internet or whatever the hell that stuff is. No, Bill, he likes dealing with people, on a one-on-one basis. Someone comes up to you and says, "You're an asshole." And you look back at him and you go, "You're an asshole." And usually it doesn't come to blows, but you just think each other's asshole. And then you just move on with your life. Bill's old school. You get this obese dude coming out yelling at you, saying all kinds of talking shit to you, and you go, "Fuck you, go away. I ain't got time for your crap." "Oh yeah, so tell me about the money that you owe me. Tell me how many people are coming in and selling drugs to you out there. Go ahead, keep talking your fucking mouth." And what they'll do is they'll clip that out so they can use it for content and say, "Look, he's totally accusing us of being drug addicts." Whenever all he's doing is talking shit to them. What they'll do is they'll get their little minions to that's what they like to call people that are surrounding them as minions. It's more like flies. They got these like flies that fly around the fleas for the pile of shit that they are, just flying around them, and what they do is they send their little worker bees out there to, stir up shit. See, their little worker bees go out there and stir up shit. That gives them content because they don't give a fuck about the worker bees. Trust me. All you got to do is ask Stacy that. She's in the chat. Ask her if she feels like Fleeca used her for shit. Of course, the flea will say, "No, it was totally not me. I would never." She was doing this of her own free will. Yeah, this is how they spin their narrative, is saying, "Oh, she was doing this. Tammy J. Oh, no, it was totally Tammy J. was doing this of her own free will." you know, because they paid a little bit of attention to you whenever you would bring them something, you know, you'd watch the streams and then you would say, hey, this is what was happening on so and so stream, and then they would spin it however the fuck way they wanted to say it. Might not even been the information that they gave them, but you know, this is what they were saying about you. And then they're like, oh yeah, we got the content now, let's keep it rolling, come on, keep getting this stuff for me. You guys, you don't understand how many times that they've told their chat to go out and false report other channels. They have done this on live streams. Her, Tori. Now they make sure that they put those things behind paywalls, so that way YouTube doesn't, you know, it's less likely to look at it. They're going, it was a private stream. Why were you watching their private stream? But this is the kind of games that they play. They also like to dirty delete shit. How many they've dirty deleted? Who the fuck cares? Just the fact that you're doing it, just the fact that you're out there dirty deleting things shows that the kind of garbage that you're saying on your channel, it's what you know is going to get you in trouble. Don't forget to dip, drip, and repeat. Oh yeah, that's
And you
true.
can see it happening, and you can feel it happening, and you're helpless in it. Can you imagine how much he's been terrorized for the last couple of years?
Oh, I know how much Megan's been
video that I'm
terrorized. You know how much Megan's been terrorized by these people. They've doxed her. They've made threats on her family. They've made threats on her husband. They made threats on her kids. They've made threats that they're going to show up at Tug's house, that he needs to be sleeping with a Glock under his pillow. They've made threats to me, my family, my wife. They've made threats to come to my house. They've made threats to come to my state. They've made threats multiple times. Of course, the flea will deny that this ever happened. Oh, they never made any threats. Well, they were making threats just last night on Kimmy. The night before, they were making threats on Kimmy. I don't know Kimmy. I don't know Kimmy from Adam. It really doesn't really bother me. Kimmy's doing whatever the hell Kimmy's doing. I don't know any of the interaction that went on between them. I'm sure that somebody else could tell you and feed you in on what's going on with that. You mean some channels use other creators to benefit themselves? Weird, isn't it? Yeah, it's really weird how that works. Oh, you know, it's like Rosalind. You know, Rosalind's a perfect example. You know, she's gonna be covering Tupac coming up next week, if I'm not mistaken. Which, you know, guess what? Tupac would be a creator. You know, he was an artist. You know, somebody ended him, and she's going to be covering that trial. Wow. Now, I'm sure they'll try to spin that out. Some creators are grifting on others. Really? Yeah, that sort of happens, doesn't it? Never knew that would happen. I mean, it's a strange thing that, you know, that we see something, we go, hey, did you check this out? Did you see what this person was saying? This was really interesting. Why don't we dig into the bullshit that they're saying? Whenever you dig into the bullshit you're saying, you go, oh, this is complete, like, fabricated bullshit that they're saying. I mean, I don't know how YouTube's going to feel about, you know, the flea giving out medical misinformation. That's going to be really interesting. I'm sure YouTube's going to love that one. You know, telling people that, you know, if they're drinking 5 Hour Energy, I wonder if 5 Hour Energy or Red Bull is going to reach back out to me. You know, I reached out to them, you know, see if they reach out to me and can confirm that they're putting cocaine in people's drinks and they're going to pop positive on their drug tests. I think Red Bull and 5 Hour Energy need to know this. The other ones, I don't know who they are. But they totally should know this stuff, that's what the flea is saying, that her husband got popped on. They should be held liable for this now, right? Shouldn't they be held liable if that's what you're saying is true? Oh, no, that's right. Because your story will change as soon as you get called out on it. Just like the poppy seed bagels. You know, the everything bagels that caused him to pop positive, and you sit there online reading this off saying, look, this comes from somebody that's really reputable, and they said, you know, that the everything bagel will cause you to pop positive, and everybody's just like, if it was poppy seeds and it was anything that would cause someone to pop positive, it would be for opiates, because, you know, poppy seeds, opiates, but, you know, the amount of poppy seeds that you would actually have to eat would pale. You get really sick in the first place just to even get one little bit of it from those. But hey, they're smart. They're smarter than you. They could have totally gone to law school. You know, people like Lynette could have totally gone to law school if she wouldn't have dropped out and just got her GED. Oh, that's right. She didn't drop out and got her GED, but then she did. No, just like her mom didn't die, her mom died. It's so confusing.
Sound is going to show us. We're going to hear his fear. It's very sad.
It is.
And the reason why it's so important to the public is because this is a public concern. This YouTuber, PR, GarageBand Groupie,
there you go.
has made Mr. Lewis's case a public concern by her activity on her YouTube videos for all the world to see. She gave us the case.
Now think about this. What was she screaming and bitching about last night? I pulled up the transcript. This is why I know what she was screaming about. She was saying that there's no way that she made them a public figure. Whenever you're putting people out there, you've made them a public figure. You put your husband on fucking stream. It doesn't matter if he was just sitting there drinking hot sauce or whether he was, peeing in a cup of his 5-hour energy drink pee that he has. It doesn't matter. You made him a public figure. But they want to say, oh, they're not a public figure. No, they end up becoming a public figure, you fucking moron. Figure out what that means, understand it, live it, learn it. If you don't want people to be a public figure, don't put them out there like that. But that's what you've done. You put your husband out there. Well, because he lives in the same house. My wife lives in the same house as me. Do you think I've made a public figure out of her? Do you think I've put her up here on the internet? Have you ever seen me do that? Have you ever seen her join me on a stream? Name one time that I've put my wife on a stream. I can tell you there's not any of that on there. Why? Because she doesn't want to have anything to do with the YouTube. She doesn't want to have anything to do, not that she doesn't love you guys, but she doesn't want to have anything to do with it. She's got a business to run, a life to live, and it does not involve YouTube. That's why she's not involved in this, but they will try to involve her in this. Why? Because they're that fucking desperate for content. Because you take away Jeremy Hales, you take away Meg Tuggan, you take away Tug and Megan, you take away Mr. Coop, you take away all of these people didn't talk about her for a fucking week, she would lose her absolute fucking mind and have to make up shit just to get us to fucking talk about her. Stop fucking up. Nobody gives two shits about your fucking little jewels or your rocks from China. Nobody gives two shits. We don't care. Other people might. What we care about is the kind of bullshit that we see you throwing shade on other people, the attacks that you're doing on other people. And whenever you do that, we're going to fucking respond. And you know that we're going to respond. That's why you keep doing it. That's why you want to talk about defamation. Why don't you talk about tortious interference? Maybe you ought to have that little conversation with Red Bull, 5-Hour Energy. Why don't you have that conversation with them and tell me how they might think about you saying to people during a live stream, thousands of people, not just one or two, thousands of people, that they will pop positive if they take Red Bull or 5-Hour Energy. Why don't you explain to Red Bull and 5-Hour Energy how that works? About tortious business interference, about ruining their fucking business. Why don't you talk about that? Do you think that they will? Oh, fuck no. They don't give two shits. Oh, we're just these little YouTube channels. It doesn't matter the size of your channel. That's what you've been doing. Like, I don't give a shit how many fucking rocks from China you sell. Sell as many as you want to. You're still never going to have enough money to sue Megan Fox. It doesn't matter how hard you try. Why? Because you're going to need a hell of a lot more than that if you're going to come after Megan Fox. Why? Because she's done nothing wrong. And you're going to have to prove that in a court. All that Megan has to prove is absolutely nothing. But you want to see the countersuit that happens because of that? Oh, buddy, I'm sure that she is more than ready to see you in court. Matter of fact, I'm sure she's sitting there right now going, bring it on. I'm sitting right here. I haven't gone anywhere. Guess what? You still haven't shut her fucking channel down. At all. Yeah. Oh, yeah, where you think you got something removed off of Rumble? No, that didn't happen, stupid. You didn't get shit removed off of Rumble. You know why? Because if it would have been removed off of Rumble, she would have the proof. There's a little thing that notifies you on Rumble. Of course, you're too stupid to understand this, but of course, 90% of their audience doesn't understand this either. That's why they say the things they do, is because they know that their audience isn't going to be able to vet it because they don't know how YouTube works. All they know is turn on computer, things come up, pretty pictures. That's all. That's 90% of what people understand about YouTube. They don't understand how algorithms work. They're just like, algorithm. I hear people saying it, but I don't understand what that means. 90% of people don't.
Her mouth, screaming,
Mhm.
gave us this case. Gave us a lot of things. A lot of evidence. You guys are very smart. I'll tell you what, the public.
Possibly.
You guys are rock and roll. You guys remind me of rock and roll. You're so sharp, sharp, sharp. Bunch of cowboys. I'm a cowboy.
I did. 5 Hour Energy, I doubt it's going to say anything.
Warriors protect victims.
Oh, yeah.
They fight for victims. They don't victimize victims. Warriors don't do that.
No,
So
I don't.
let's get that straight first.
She's right.
This YouTuber began as a mod for a famous YouTuber.
Yeah, really? And, you know, and this is something I heard, but see, you know, I'm not concerned with that. I mean, there's been lots of people that have been mods for other YouTubers that have gone on to do other things, you know, and they do start their own channel. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, think about this though. Do you have what it takes to deal with this kind of crap on YouTube? Most people think, oh, you know, you turn on the camera, you do this, and away you go. But do you have the wherewithal to continue doing this day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year? Think about how long Tug has been doing this. Do you think that he grew his channel overnight? That he popped that you know, over 100,000 overnight? Do you think he got that little gold YouTube button just, you know, because he was screwing around? Do you think he might have gotten that because he was 1, entertaining, but 2, very informative, very knowledgeable about what he was talking about? Do you think it came overnight? Do you think that he wasn't threatened, harassed, doxxed, had CPS called on him before these people did? See, this is the behavior that people do whenever they're losing the narrative. Shar knows it. She's done everything she can to protect herself, but none of that's going to stop their behavior. See, Bill didn't have that ability. Bill didn't have the kind of people that we do. You, Chad. That whenever you're seeing something bad happening, you're saying, hey, something's not right here. This is bad behavior. Bill was out there dealing with somebody that's what they've been doing. They've been cheating the system for so fucking long that they've got it down to a science. You're talking about people that are able to convince the elderly that they're doing work that they're not. Not just once or twice. We're talking about multiple times. I mean, I was given some information about what was it? A hurricane relief fund that they were running? Yeah, these same people have done this kind of thing. Oh, maybe it wasn't them. Maybe it was somebody else, you know, going by their name. Yeah, that makes it so realistic. You have to understand that they've been hornswoggling people for a long fucking time. It's my belief that they're going to continue to do it. Do you think that they're going to stop overnight? You think that they're just all of a sudden going to say, "Oh no, we've turned a new leaf. We're not buying rocks from China. We're totally like sourcing these locally." Like they're not getting these drop ships for really fucking cheap. You think? You think? And well, if you don't like how much I have to charge you now, just wait a little bit. We're going to charge you more to ship this shit. Well, the prices went up. Well, if you would have shipped it, what, a year ago, 6 months, however long ago it was, if you would have shipped it then, would it have changed? Or did you not have the product to ship? Or maybe you over shipped other stuff. Maybe you're waiting on a new shipment. So, and maybe they'll forget what it was that they ordered and eventually it'll show up. Maybe if you're lucky, you never know. So what is it? What exactly is it that you're going to do with this? Are you going to, follow through with it? Or do you need to get that money raised for it because you've blown your money elsewhere? Maybe the money for that garage was never there. The barn dominium. But yeah, let me bring that up because I did find something really interesting inside that document. I wanted to bring that up. I really did. It was something that I read inside that transcript that was really interesting to me. And yes, I know. Save. Yes. All this stuff right here. I wanted to bring this up because this is something I wanted to show you guys. Give me just a second. Let's see. And yeah. Oh, yeah, hold on a second because this is hilarious. I saw this and I was and by the way, the video that they're talking about here, this is the same one I just showed you. And if you don't know what PCP, it's like angel dust. No, it is. That's the street name for it was angel dust. And don't even tell me, sure enough, it was a 5-hour energy drink. And the one that's very popular that you see in all the gas stations now. I don't know if this is the case, okay, but I was completely shocked because I know that's what we thought. It was a tease. Yeah, they didn't vet their shit yet again. Oh, right here. Let's see. Why the hell would there be a warrant for what the hell is a warrant for? And he told Gabe, that's called violated right now. There's one thing you're allowed to drink alcohol. It's legal, right? But it says on the paperwork, Gabe didn't know this, even though he signed it. He didn't know the fine print stuff. The fine print stuff it's like the main purpose of that one sheet of paper that he signed that says he can't be out drinking and doing intoxicants in excess. Okay, but what Gabe told us being there that they brought him straight after shot that he was kind of out of it. He doesn't know anything that happened. There was violation. So the story is going to change. The story changes every single time. Oh, and if you think that I didn't get all of it, yes, every single bit, every single word I was able to pull up there. Every single word that the flea was out there spewing. Yes, I grabbed every single fucking one of them. Oh, let's get down here to the little barn dominium because, they were wanting to go out there and throw shade on Michelle here. Of course, what is that? It only made certain storage in the specification. Oh, this is a Ray telling. He's trying to give you his building information. So Michelle says she has to hire a contractor. They need to register, be a registered contractor. Yes, because Gabe is not a registered contractor. He's not. You have to have a certain level of skill for that. And I don't think your husband qualified for it. Yeah. I mean, somebody tell me that Gabe wasn't trying to, get the work and do the work himself. He just needed to get a few workers out there to do the work himself. And then the flea could pocket the money, maybe save her a few bucks, but, could pocket that money. Although it wouldn't have come up to code. Of course, Ray doesn't know this shit because if you tell Ray, he's going to open his fucking mouth because he can't help it. Now, there's the problem. Now, Tug showed something, and I'm just going to pull it up. Hold on. He showed some message from Michelle. Oh, wait. let me pull it up. Hold on. He's showing these things that Michelle wrote to the sheriff right about me and Gabe. Okay. I'm sure this is freaking fabulous right now, considering, you know, where Gabe is, but that's got nothing to do with anything. What, that your husband is like maybe being protected by Dodgy a little bit? Do you think? Okay, basically made it worse because what happened, so right, I was working on the project. First of all, the barn was dumped on my lap. Okay, I find that hard to believe because it was never dumped on your lap. You decided to do this, and if I'm not mistaken, according to what Michelle has said, of course, you'll say that she's lying whenever it doesn't suit your narrative, and she is lying whenever it does fit your narrative. It's very confusing. It's very confusing. Maybe drink some 5-hour energy drinks and you'll be just fine. So I was working on a project, and first of all, the barn was dumped on my lap. I was not working on the barn or anything, okay? You weren't working on the barn? No, I was working on like a Christmas party, which donations were given. There you go. Were the donations given? No, the donations were not given. You guys have to understand what she's told you is those donations were not given for the Christmas party. Okay. The Christmas party was all her doing. You donated to her. She decided what she was going to do with your money that you sent for certain things. Which donations were given? They're taking this 56K that they claim, which it was not 56K. Think about this. Only me. Only me. It was not 56K that you gave to any of this stuff. None of this money, this 56K, went to this at all. They claim it was, which was not 56. Okay. It was not 56K. Okay. So they're calling you a liar, only me. You never gave any of this money. You never gave 56K. You didn't give shit to them. They didn't more than double whatever it was that you gave them either. No, in all their little private donations. No, it was completely only me. You're a fucking liar and you just need to deal with it. You're just pissed off because whenever you asked for receipts, they told you to go fuck off. Get over yourself, only me. It's none of your goddamn business what they do with the money that was donated to them. It doesn't matter what they said it was for. It was for them so they could get 5-hour energy drinks and maybe a little bit of you know, a little bit of blow on the side, but it's okay. It's okay because, you know, whenever you're out, you know, jerking off guys in parking lot, you gotta deal with it somehow. The pressure that it puts on your heart is amazing. It's almost like, you know, stuffing chicken skins down your gullet. It's just the pressure. But they've got big hearts. They've got big hearts. I know enlarged hearts, but they're big hearts anyway. You know, it's okay. It's okay. 56 claim they claim was not for, no, it wasn't. So Michelle here is so convinced by other people that included money that was for Christmas. Now think about this, the money that was for Christmas, where they admit they spent thousands of dollars, decorations that they were going to use one time, decorations, trees, Christmas lights. They did so much shopping that Tori was sick of fucking shopping. You know that she's a shopper. She was so sick of shopping. They spent so much money, thousands of dollars on Christmas. Why? Well, there's a party to run. You got to understand there was food. Now you have to remember all of this money that was being donated for the barn dominium, the money that was being donated for the fence, the money that was being donated for the memorial. It didn't matter. It was all thrown into Lisa's business account. Fuck that. It's all for her anyway. She could do with whatever she wants to. She wants to do a Christmas party. She's going to make it fucking snow in Florida. I'm telling you. I mean, why not make it snow in Florida? Your husband does it on a fucking daily. Not a big deal, you know? It's nothing wrong with just a little snow in Florida. You know, it's all for the kid. It's all for the kids. You know, we'll show up here. I know my husband's, you know, a felon. He might be coming over and hanging out with other felons, but that's okay. You know, there was just a little bit of alcohol. Maybe there was a little bit of weed. Maybe there was some other stuff. I don't know, you know, whatever. If you don't see it, you can't say that it happened, you know, it just never happened. Maybe they were drinking 5-hour energy drinks. You know how much money it takes to get 5-hour energy drinks? I'm thinking like, what is it? Like, it's got to be at least $100 an energy drink, or at least, an 8-ball, something like that. But it doesn't matter. They were energized. They were totally energized, and they were more than happy to make it snow in Florida. And I'll be damned if they didn't just make it snow for that kid all over the fucking place. I mean, hell, they were so amped up that they basically set Gabe up like a cooler and just pulled on it like it was a spigot and filled their cups up, because he was just pissing straight out 5-hour energy drink. I mean, they were up for fucking weeks. I mean, it was glorious. I mean, they had a big bonfire where they burned like trash and diapers and part of their own feces. But hey, it was a party. What else are you going to do? I mean, they do it in other countries, right? I mean, nothing like grabbing a couple of cow patties and throwing them in the fire. I mean, it smells a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay. At least it takes away from the smell in the bucket sitting over in the corner. It's absolutely fine. That's why you want to have that smoke there. It just helps out, smoke and smoke. One of the two, I know it smells like skunk. It's really not. It's just that the fleas sort of had too many, chili cheeseburgers. It's okay. So the Christmas and the fence, okay, which was done. It was completely now under all the lumber, all the materials needed to build the framing, not the barn. It was started inside the work that needed to be done. So what they want you, dear listener, to understand, that all the wood that was brought over, that they bought that all for the framing. Like, it was absolutely enough to do framing, because Gabe was totally not coming over there to do the framing, because, why would you listen to a permit? I mean, they totally were not going to even listen to the permit. They were just going to do it and then ask later, we just needed to get this done. And I mean, Gabe is one of the cheapest bitches out there. You should see him give him little fucking handsies. I mean, he is like, really, he does it for like $5 a pop, just assuming that, he's a good businessman. I mean, he could be a bad businessman, be doing it for $2.50, and that's why so he can keep both hands busy. But hey, somebody's got to do it, because the flea sure as hell can't do it. She's got a bad hip, and she's disabled. She's totally disabled. Like, she's handicapped. That's what she's told everybody. She's totally handicapped. Like, she's got to have her chair. I mean, it's not like a mobility chair. It's like a folding chair, but she's got a special one that'll actually hold her weight up. Very special to her. I mean, it smells like her. Gabe can find it anywhere. All he has to do is just follow his nose. Oh, I can't find my chair. Oh yeah, I smell it. I smell it. Oh no, oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were the chair. No, the chair's over here somewhere. I'll track it down. I mean, I got my nose cleaned out. It's like completely been blown out with, it's like a snow plow. You just clean that thing out and you can smell anything. It's good to go. Get the Christmas fence up. Okay, it was completely now the lumber, all the materials needed to build the framing, not the barn. It was started. The inside work is what needed to be done. Yeah, only by a licensed contractor could that be done. Okay, Michelle did not have a permit, but whenever I first met her, did not have a permit. When I first met her, she did now. So you're saying that she didn't have the permit at the time. If I'm not mistaken, did not Michelle say that she never wanted the fence? The fence was the flea's idea. That was not her idea at all. Now, I could be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure if somebody did a search, they would find that Michelle has posted about this and said that I did not want the fence. The fence was the flea's idea. That was all her idea, because she was under the belief, Lynette was under the belief, that if she put that fence up, that they could file a privacy complaint on Jeremy. Just for him driving by, they could file a privacy complaint. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, the flea even said that. Ha, ha, ha. Now, if Jeremy even comes by here and he films anything, we've got him on privacy complaints. Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, there was a sheriff that showed up, and somebody was absolutely misinformed, probably because they were reading it off of ChatGPT, about the law for privacy. and privacy fences and what can and can't be done. And she wanted the sheriff to arrest Jeremy because he was filming on her property. If you guys don't remember this shit, you see, this is the kind of stuff that you have to go back. You have to pull up that lore. And once you realize, oh, yeah, it was all about this privacy fence, the privacy fence, which just happened to be the fleas. So she could tell Lynette, well, all you have to do is get him on privacy now, and then they'll arrest him for invasion of privacy. The only problem is whenever the sheriff shows up, he goes, yeah, that's not a privacy fence. A privacy fence has to go around the entire property. And she was like, but he's totally like filming in my windows. What windows? Like, what are you talking about? Like, to film in someone's window means that you're like actually filming inside their window. If you're filming a building that has a window on it, doesn't mean they're filming your fucking window. But in the fleas math, which, 5-hour energy drinks will also get you high, according to her. I mean, at least make you piss positive. I mean, you have to remember that the lies will just continue to spin. Like, these are things that they've said themselves. They've said on their own streams that these kinds of things totally happen. So who are you going to believe? You're going to believe the haters, the flippas. You're going to believe Tug. You're going to believe Megan. You're going to believe Shizzy. You're going to believe Coop. I mean, come on. Going to believe that J-hip guy? Why would you ever believe the J-hip guy? I mean, he's got a fucking pear-shaped head. Smells like, good stuff. Like Christmas or something like that. Or so I'm told. She was going to lose that permit if she did not work on that barn now. Well, that was what Michelle was telling you in the fucking first place. She did not want that fucking fence. She wanted the barn. It's always been about the fucking barn. But it was your idea to put the fence up. Because if people were out there working on her fence and filming people working on that barn, first let's put up the fence so they can't see what's going on behind it, and then we'll put some sheets up or something like that, and we'll block people's view off even further, so they'll never know that people are coming in there and doing the work on the framing inside the building. And guess what? My husband will show up. He'll be up there at the crack of dawn. He'll just be nailing it. He'll be hammering for you, Michelle. I mean, just like he does me, he gets in there and he just like hammers away. I mean, it's like a waterbed for him. He just gets on that waterbed and jumps. I mean, just think what he could do for you, Michelle, because apparently John can't do it anymore. Rope dick bitch. She was going to lose that permit if she did not work on that barn now. Now, if she did say anything about it, then no one did. She finally says something about it 3 weeks before it was going to expire. 3 weeks before it was going to expire. Like the begging that Michelle was doing, like, hey, can you please send someone out here? Oh, I played phone tag with someone. Yeah, 2 calls. Yeah, that's phone tag. I call you, you call me back, I don't answer. Phone tag, fuck you. And that's which is what my guy works on. Okay, you're a guy, really. So you have a guy that's going to come out and frame this thing out, really. Your guy is going to come out and frame this. This is the first anybody's heard of it. Even your fucking chat. This is the first they've heard of your guy coming out and doing framing for her fucking barn. Really, your guy. Really? Are you fucking kidding me? Of course, your guy exists about as much as your husband's commissary. I'm sure you're happy to throw some of Lynette's money at him. Don't worry. I'm sure Lynette is absolutely satisfied that you're sending money for his, legal problems that he's gotten himself into yet again. She had no idea that there was a warrant out for his arrest. Whenever your husband pops positive on a piss test and even admits to popping, that he's probably going to pop positive on a piss test, pretty much tells you he's going to pop positive on a piss test. You didn't know anything about him going to be having a warrant. But then the story changes. Like, no, he totally went down there and like turned himself in. Really? Well, we'll see. We'll see. That could be true. That could absolutely be true. He may have just walked his happy ass down there and turned himself in. There probably wasn't any bondsman that was involved in that. Now that would never happen. The electric done on the plumbing. Now you can't do the electric or the plumbing, even though she had some stuff done with those things. You can't get it signed off on until you have framing up. No shit. What did I say at the freaking beginning of this crap? I told you guys this fucking months ago. It can't be like completed. So now the roof, she has like the roof. She had a roof No, you fucking mental midget that doesn't know anything about it. Maybe ask your idiot fucking husband. He could tell you the same fucking thing. Those roof joists were not anything to hold that up because you basically built a metal shed that you wanted to turn into some sort of barn dominium. Whenever they could have just taken the same form that they had there, built a fucking house on it instead of buying a metal fucking barn. Novel fucking idea. Really? Novel idea. Works out pretty well. Well, but it just has everything that we need. We'll build this tiny homes. No, you don't have a fucking tiny home, Michelle. If you had a tiny home, you wouldn't be sitting there arguing in front of a federal judge telling people that you're totally good for homestead exemption. You're not. You're not good for homestead exemption, you dumb twit. You know why I know you're not good for homestead exemption? Because you do not have a livable structure on that fucking property. What do you think these court cases are about in bankruptcy? You're claiming that you have a functional bathroom inside that tiny home. You're saying that you have a functional bathroom, kitchen inside that little tiny home. You don't. You don't have it. As much as you wish that you did. Shitting in a bucket does not make it a functional bathroom. I don't care if it's a compost bucket. I don't care what the hell you call it. You're still shitting in a bucket. It's not the kind of bathroom that they expect to see. You were out there thinking that you could just live in a tent on your property and you'd be all goody goody. You fucking morons. Not my fault that you're stupid. So the whole thing was she has a roof, so you can send the permit. So now, no, it's about she needs the electrical, the plumbing, and it's about the fact that they're not wanting to because they're just wanting to extend the permit at that time. Oh, Jesus Christ. If you start work on the fucking thing, they will extend the permit. You never extended any of the work. You showed up with fucking toilets without framing. You showed up without toilets without plumbing. You showed up with toilets without having a fucking bathroom. Those are the last goddamn things to go in. Those are some of the finishing touches. You get everything subbed out. If you've never fucking built any goddamn piece of property before, there's certain steps that you have to take. Well, you just like skipped over like 20 of the fucking steps that you were supposed to do a fucking build out on a house. Sorry for the language, folks, but I get a little bit worked up whenever people are sitting there talking about shit they know nothing about. Fucking Ray, you are a goddamn moron. Sorry. You're an absolute idiot. Well, I could have told her what she needed to do. Ray, you can't even tell your own fucking foot what to do. What the fuck are you talking about? Tell them what to do. Do you think they would have listened to you, Ray? Nobody fucking listens to you except for Jay. He just likes to jerk off to the sound of your voice and he wants your Sony headphones, your Walkman headphones. That's all. You know, it's not my fault. Jay's got a kink. He's got a fetish for Ray. It's okay. He'll get over it. He'll get over it. They did not want to extend the permit. Yeah, because you have to have work being done. He's involved in the one Fed case. All right. She's saying that now, but the bottom of the line at the time up until this very day, it turns out Zim is the one that has to deal with it. Okay. So it's Zim's fault. It's Zim's fault that she can't get anything built on there. So what am I left to do but sit and effing wait? I'm sitting here waiting on Michelle to do something. Hales was attacking her every which way. No. See, here's the thing. Jeremy Hales wasn't attacking her last year. You know why I know Jeremy Hales wasn't attacking her last year? Because he was fucking busy dealing with other shit. Yeah. Jeremy Hales was not attacking her. He wasn't stopping. Oh, of course. Is it Jeremy Hales' fault that she couldn't get a building permit? Is it Jeremy Hales' fault that she couldn't get a contractor? You know, whenever she's talking to the flea saying, hey, you know, a contractor be nice, a Christmas party really is not what I need. So you start running a fundraiser around Thanksgiving for a fence whenever she's saying, I need this house built. I need my little barn dominium built. But no, 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 no. It was all about building this, building that, doing this work. It never got done. I'm gonna totally get like this bench. Oh, they don't want the bench now because there's so much controversy surrounding this. Why would I want the bench now? It's somebody else's fault. Every time it's somebody else's fault. It's always somebody else's fault. It's 5 Hour Energy Drink's fault. It's Red Bull's fault because your husband goes out and gives handsies out in the fucking parking lot whenever he should be at home giving handsies to you. I mean, it's not his fault that he's like has to roll you around in dough just to find the hole, but you'll stick to it anyway. Maybe he can like peel off pieces of skin and use it for chicken skin. Feed them to you. I mean, you do like the chicken skins. I mean, it's not my fault. Not my fault that you got issues. I mean, your marital issues seem to go much worse. I mean, if you're liking the bad boys and they're out there doing bad shit, you said this, he's out there, just because he's blowing shit off of people's ass, and it's not my fault. I know he was a male stripper, but Fred was absolutely happy to let him partake on that. It was just like, it's cleaner there. It's cleaner there, at least, at least most of the time. Yeah, that's right, Trish's mom. He was defending himself against the bee shit. Yes. Technically, just enough to know to build and do electrical or get myself into trouble, depending on perspective. I am wiring for a junction box, transfer switch, junction box, generator, etc. Now, yeah, that's always fun. I've done that before too. That's always a blast, especially whenever you have to kill the main power. So that way, it doesn't backfeed. That's always a beautiful one. Those guys on the power poles really love it whenever you do a backfeed on your generator. They're out there going, we got, all right, you turned off the power there. You turned off the power there. We're going to hook these things together, except they don't realize that you've been powering that whole line for the past 4 hours. Yeah, they love me. You're not supposed to backfeed. There's a reason why they tell you not to plug in, your generator backwards into the wall outlet to try to power your house. It can't really handle the load. That wiring will start a house fire. Yeah, shit like that. Yeah, I've had to hook up a generator to a home. Oh, fun stuff. Fun stuff. Yeah, I know enough to be dangerous. That's why I try to stay away from building shit like that. Plus, I'm not a licensed contractor anymore. Yeah, well, I think that the majority of people, at least in theory, have made more ideas than those idiots. Well, yeah, more idea than those idiots. Yeah, although that's true. That's true. We like to give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm sure that Gabe is just a fine, outstanding young man. It's not his fault. He just has really shitty friends that he keeps going and hanging around with and giving him 5 Hour Energy Drinks. I know the 5 Hour Energy Drinks only last for a little short time. But if you do enough of those 5 Hour Energy Drinks, you can stay up hours and hours and hours, especially if you just keep, putting it up putting them, into your body. You can just completely stay focused. Nothing like staying focused while you've got like some like nasty ass bitch sitting in the other room that sounds like a chain smoker that totally doesn't smoke, hacking and coughing all night into her microphone and trying to tell people, that they're all attacking her whenever they're just pointing out all of her bullshit. But hey, cry me a fucking river, because that's what we do over here. We cry rivers, Well, not really. Not really. There's no tears really coming out, but we try to make it look good for the body cam footage, Oh my God, don't take him. I can't live without him. Do you want some help? Yes. Oh, without him, my life has no meaning whatsoever. Would you like a cheeseburger? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'll take that cheeseburger. Hello, officer. Would you mind taking your clothes off? No, it's not for me. It's for my husband. He's wanting to, work it out. Put him in the back of the car, officer. Please put him in the back of the car. He likes the handcuffs too. By the way, likes the handcuffs. You know, it's the handcuffs do it for him. You know, it makes it easier. Makes it easier. So he can't run away. You know, at least that's what I hear. I could be wrong. I mean, it might be that he's got issues with handcuffs. I mean, he can't seem to keep them off his wrists. So, I mean, what else you gonna do? I mean, there's only so much that you can possibly do whenever the handcuffs get slapped on. I think all of it, you know, I think everybody understands this. All right, I'm going to do super chats, and I'll actually play my new video for you guys one more time. If you stick around, you get to see that. If not, I'm going to send all you fine folks off to go. Probably, let's see. And like I said, there's other stuff going on today. I've got FNL tonight, which is going to be not FNL. Why am I saying that? I got Sunday Spice going on tonight. Hopefully, I can get enough people in come read. We're doing the Twilight thing, and it makes us just so excited. It'll make us more moist than Gabe's wife, husband, whatever he is. I don't know, but it will make you more excited. I hope to see you guys there. I know that it comes on about the same time that Hales does, but that's not my fault. I've got some talent. It's not me. It's not me. No. I show up because I have the stream, but the talent shows up, and then the talent does all the cool stuff. Me, I just make sure that, the things stay on the rails for at least, a couple hours. I mean, if it falls off the rails, it's okay. It's not like Gabe falling off the rails. When Gabe falls off the rails, I mean, it's because his face hit the floor because the rails are on the desk. Completely different. I mean, well, it could be rails, it could be ashes. It's one of the two. I mean, whichever it might be, there's a straw being used. So you just have to remember which straw is which. Is it the straw that that Katy Perry used, or is it the straw that Jennifer Aniston used? I don't know. It could be either one of them. Either one of them could have been using the straw, but I do have a Sunday Spice that'll be going off at about 8:00, and I would appreciate everybody show up for that because it's a fun thing to do. But I will be reading super chats, so give me just a second. I want to make sure that I've got you guys forwarded over to where I'm going to be sending you, which I think Tug probably will be going on pretty soon, or not. I don't know. More than likely, most likely. Sometimes he shows up. Let's see. We've got, like I said, Megan's got the Tupac thing coming up, which I'm totally looking forward to. That's going to be a blast. Yep. It looks like Tug will be having one come up at 4:00. So you'll have to sit around and probably mutually masturbate for like an hour, but it's okay. Nobody will watch you. As long as you don't turn on your camera. But that's not my idea how you want to make money. If you want to do it like Gabe does, and just get the little meat hooks out there, like salt and sugar paper shakers. He's just like he works them. That's how he keeps himself busy. A man's got to do what a man's got to do. $5 is $5, even if it's just $5 for two. Blow is expensive. Blow is expensive. Not as expensive as commissary, but hey, at least he can maybe make a couple of bucks while he's in there. Just a couple. Just free hand jobs for everybody. Nothing wrong with that. Man's got to eat. Lots of protein. That's what I hear. 1,000 jewels. Thank you. Thank you very much for Debster. I appreciate you. That is so kind of you. And then also we got 10 jewels with gold coins. Scammers don't win. Thank you. And a 2 jewel. Scammers don't win. Most definitely don't. And another gold coin. Thank you very much for Therese. I appreciate that. Teresa. I think that's Teresa. And then Bunsen Rocket Stone. So excited to be by the way, here with Papa Nut. Be here with Papa Nut. Yes, I am excited to be here with me too. I'm a very exciting person, or at least I was feeling excited. I mean, the 5-hour energy drink is starting to wear off. I might have to go do some more. I don't know where I can lay them out because my desk is cluttered. But I mean, I don't know if I have any in the fridge, but I will make sure that maybe I can call Gabe over and just, pull the spigot right there. That'd be well worth it, wouldn't it? And then we also got Deb in Michigan has become a YouTube member. Thank you so much. And as always,
Welcome to the Schitt Show.
Yes.
Every single day.
Look
A
around,
new
it's been a member for
flavor
a
of
month.
fuckery, cause everybody's such, you see, and they're dumber than a bag of rocks. Monday, bullshit. Tuesday, bullshit. Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, boulder, dash, poppycock, olives, and fuckery. Yeah, and all over
You won't
again.
ever like I appreciate that. It's always good to know that I won't need a 5-hour Gabby. I do know that I'm a little bit crazy over here. 10 jewels from coming in from Linda Lou. I thank you so much, Lindy. That's so kind of you. You know, and oh, look at that. We got 420 if you find folks in here. And you know what that means? It means I've got 420 if you find folks in here. And then, of course, we've got, oh no, you need Flea Hab and Flea Anonymous. Yeah, thank you very much, Venomous Venom. Yes, I do always need the Hab. And then Stacy Nat says, because Venom told me to, and laughed my ass off. Just kidding. Save Shizzy. Thank you very much, Stacy Nat. And it does go because, like I said, 9 times out of 10, I just assume that they're gonna strike my channel. Because this is how they behave. They don't like the truth being out there. It drives them nuts. And of course, Stacy Nat has been a member for 8 months. She's like, 8 months? Wowzer, time flies. And I love it all. Well, we love having you here, Stacy Nat. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It's always a pleasure to entertain you fine folks because you make it well worthwhile. And also, The Undertaker says all the truckers would have failed in the drug test. Yes, if they were doing 5-hour energy drinks, according to the Flea, they would have failed miserably and probably been happier. Of course, you know, Gabe wasn't there to give them handsies, so I don't know how they would have failed. I mean, maybe. Possibly. 5 jewels for the treat. Thank you. I have questions 22. I appreciate the 5 jewels. That is the bestest with a treat. And also Robert Ward giving a treat. 5 jewels. Thank you. Thank you. And then, of course, Philip Kraft, you wonderful, wonderful man. You 750 jewels. Let them cook. Yeah, buddy. Let them cook. Let them cook. Let them roll. It's Resting Bitch Face says 10 jewels for the gold coin. I love it. Every single one of those goes so far. It's Resting Bitch Face again with 10 jewels and another gold coin. Just making it rain. Is getting his groove on. And all, I mean, she's just, Resting Bitch Face is throwing jewels at me. And then we've got Jackie from Scotland with a 440 jewels UNC alert. And someone says that means that you're getting old. I feel old, but not as old as I look. And then we also have Dr. Demos, 2 jewels with 100. Thank you very much. And also Jackie coming back in with 10 jewels, giving another gold coin. Thank you, Jackie from Scotland. Love your country. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Just as long as it, I don't have to deal with the cold. No, I did love Scotland. It's absolutely beautiful countryside. If you ever get a chance, like Edinburgh was beautiful. Loved it. Loved going to the lochs and the highlands. And I mean, we went all over the place and had a great time. And then also Yoda's Chicken Nuggets giving the party hat. And everybody needs the party hat. And of course, Cynthia Firefair with the 10 jewels and a floating heart. We've got the wonderful Rat's Ass 67 with 440 jewels with another UNC alert. I'm getting old, but not as old as I feel or as old as I look. And they're very much 10 jewels from the gold coin for Miss Discombobulated. Oh, Miss Discombobulated. That is such a beautiful name. I love it. And then just one person's opinion said, Lisa, that's her shit. However, she didn't vet the stipulations to Gabe's probation, so he could abide by them. Of course, why would he do that? I mean, you're not supposed to vet your own documents before you sign them. You're not supposed to look. I mean, what is he supposed to do? The guy says, hey, you're not supposed to do these things. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm going to sign them because I have a clean bill of health. I live clean. I make sure that I scrub, completely scrub like as much as I possibly can. I mean, I'm just scrubbing left and right, just getting, getting as much as I can possibly get clean, like cleaning out the system, just totally working it every which way that I possibly can. No, why would, what was he going to do? Not sign it and say, no, I'm sorry, I can't abide by these rules. I'm totally not going to go by 1 and 5, or I'm just not going to do those. I'm just not doing it. I'm not signing this paper. What was he supposed to do? I mean, that's how they get you. That's how they get you. They make you sign the paper saying that you're not going to do things. And they tell you, did you read everything? And you signed off on it and said, yeah, I absolutely read everything. And my shit's good. Not as good as the shit that I'm going to get at home. My 5-hour energy drink is going to hook me the fuck up. I'm going to be jacked by the end of the night. I'm going to be so happy. Thank you very much, Carol Welsh, for being here for 8 months. I enjoy you. Thank you. I appreciate you. And thank you for being here for 8 months. And I will give you guys another shit show at the end of all this, because that's what we're here for. 10 Jules. Happy poop. Happy poop. And also, Carol Welsh says, you missed my August 8th birthday, darling. I was 66. We love you. And because I love you so much back, Cheryl, Carol, I'm giving you that song yet again. Another happy birthday to you, Carol Welsh.
Joyful time, it's your special day. Gather round, we're here to say happy birthday, happy birthday. You're the shining star, let's celebrate you no matter where we are. Tequila and margaritas, party through the night. Cake and candles, the mood is just right. As the candles flicker, make a loving toast to the one we adore the most.
Happy birthday.
Very much happy birthday to Carol Welsh. It's so good to see you. And then we also has Janice Wingfield says, Shizzy, I was most impressed by your high energy and long intro. Well done, sir. Well, thank you. I even started early because I knew that it was going to be a little bit long, and I enjoy entertaining you guys. If you're wondering why I was talking so fast, it's the 5-hour energy drink. It's not only the best kind of energy drink that you could possibly ever get, but it will also help you to pop positive on random drug screening, according to the flea. Yeah, that's always a good thing to know. 230 Jules. Thank you very much, Lindy Lou. And yes, Janice Wingfield. I do feel on some days that I don't have a whole lot of energy. And it's not because I don't have a whole lot of energy, it's because I have so much going on in my life. It keeps me busy, and sometimes my brain doesn't function like it's supposed to. But you catch me after I've had a couple of days of not having to do anything except for, drink 5-hour energy and, beat guys off or something like that. I'm like good to go. Like the money come rolling in, and man, what you'll do for $20, $20 is $20. That's what I hear. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. And also Cynthia Fire Fairy with $1, saying absolutely nothing but saying so much, saying that she loves this channel and supports it. And we support you, Cynthia. It's so good to see you. A true hero. Thank you very much, Tree God. 10 Jules hiding. You ain't hiding from me. I see you, Tree God. And another 10 Jules hiding. I see you. You can't hide from me. I got you. And then, of course, Lindy Lou with 10 Jules and a happy poop. Not a slow poop, not a sad poop, but a very, very happy poop. Thank you very much, Lindy Lou. And then we also got the parody Valor views. I sent episode 3 to your email. Thank you, sir. I hope you like the song. If you haven't checked it out, Parody Valor New Views has some new stuff. I might have given a little bit of music that he could use for his stuff. Just make sure the volume's nice and equalized whenever you use those. And I think those will turn out really good for you. And I thank you for the 20, sir. And I appreciate that you appreciate the fine stuff that we do all the time for each other. Just trying to give as much as we possibly can whenever we can. Sometimes we get overstretched. Like this past week, Gabe might have been a little bit overstretched. Just saying. Oh, let's see. Woohoo. Love you, Shizzy. Well, thank you, Lisa Patterson. We love you too. Member for 2 months, and that is a good place to be. It's a good place to be. And also, Linda Lou has been here for 10 months. You look great, Shizzy. Well, thank you. I think that you look very wonderful also. And maybe one day we will actually meet and you'll see how great I actually do not look. But I appreciate you anyway. 10 jewels with the gold coin. Thank you, Greg Lawrence. I appreciate you. Appreciate you so much. It is so kind of you. 2 jewels and a silver star, Miss Discombobulated. Thank you. And then also we got another floating heart coming in from Diane Piscura. Thank you very much. You guys have been the absolute bestest. And for that, I'll give you another run at watching it because I enjoyed making this. You have no idea how much I enjoyed making this. This was one that took me like, let me get my my Streamlight here. I got my Streamlight. This is my Streamlight award. I want to thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like every single one of you for I want to thank the bejeebus and the everyone for this award. I know it was hard earned. I worked so hard on this. Took me like totally hours to do. And I'm so happy that, this award means so much to me. It makes me feel special. But hey, with this, you guys enjoy. It's going to be a blast tonight. I will see you guys back here at 8:00 tonight for a little bit of Sunday Spice. And if you haven't heard it, Sunday Spice gets so spicy, we're doing a little bit of Twilight tonight. If you've never read about what is it, pigs and vampires? Oh no, I think there's like some chick in it or something like that. But you guys will like it anyway. I mean, she's not a redhead, but that's okay. We do have a redhead, maybe 2 of them. You won't know until you see. We might even have a Yamaha. Just depends on whether he, if he's put his pants on or not. Because if he doesn't put his pants on, he'll show up. But if he puts it, or is it the drill? I can't remember. The drill or his pants, something like that. That'll determine whether he shows up or not. Just be careful, because if he does show up, there might be some ass smacking going on. You don't need too much of that. You don't need too much of that at all. Too much ass smacking scares him away. So stop smacking his ass, ladies. I know that you want to. I know he's a meaty man, but it's okay. It's okay. He does like it. Maybe. Enjoy the video, folks. You're the best.
You said I won, you said you lose. Then the record drops and you start to bruise. Copyright this privacy, that free speech for you. Different when they clap. Call them stalkers, call them liars, call them obsessed when the facts get higher. You wanted to fight, here it comes. Your words, your claims, your own damn tongue. No smoke, no rumor, just one finger. Ready for the flag, every flag you place. Bruise me right, every strike you drop. That's my next line, I want you lose. Shout it proud, nothing says win like shutting me down. Every flag you place, bruise me right. Can't win the talk, so you try to kill the light. Watch the docket, that's your line. Watch the docket, everything's fine. We watch the docket, look what we see. You report voices, then cry, not me. It's only a little, that's the defense. Pull the fire alarm when the truth gets tense. You scream harassment when someone disagrees. Then talk all night about your enemies. Call everybody obsessed while you keep tabs. Funny how obsession only counts on the other side. Every flag you place, proves me right. Every strike you drop, writes my next line. I want you lose, shout it proud. Nothing says win like shutting me down. Every flag you place proves me right. Can't win the talk, so you try use won't save you. That's what you keep saying. Commentary, reaction, criticism too. Wait a damn minute, didn't you say that's fair use too? Rules for thee, but not for flea. Rules for thee, but not for flea. Copyright degree from Trust Me University. Breadsticks, co-fi, legal feet talk. Ask a question, suddenly it's stalking. Court finds lawyers who paid what and when. Every question's defamation till you do it to them. I don't make it up, I don't make it strange. Just press play, you write the punchline. Every page. You could answer, you could prove us wrong. You could show the proof instead of shutting us down. If your answer to talk is making voices disappear, it's not the speaker, it's your own words you fear. It's the playback, it's the quote. Hearing your own voice is what sticks in your throat. Watch the docket, no. Watch the mirror. Every flag you place proves me right. Every strike you draw.
Yeah. Breaking news or whatever. They're on another one. Gang, gang. Gang, gang. Yeah. Gang, gang, emergency Zoom film at 11. Same 5 goons, same deranged obsession. This changes everything. Bro, it's page 47 of emotion they skin while half watching Yellowstone. Gang, gang. Squinting at 8-point font like detectives. Zoom so far and the pixels are screaming for mercy. Look at this, timestamp 20, 22, my God. But they're yelling it like they just cracked Watergate. High five. Mike's been muted for 20 minutes, still barking. Circular logic, so a lot of time to seem impressive. Trust the plan, this is massive. Nah, fam, it's boilerplate and it's mid at best. Gang, gang. Self-appointed outrage, swap patting each other like they personally ended corruption. Gang. Dropping bombshell tea that's been sitting in pieces since breakfast. Gang, gang. Moral high ground, speed run, they'll flip the script, the second is convenient. Gang. Same PowerPoint presentation, new day, same brain dead narration. Gang, gang. We're not obsessed, we're just passionate. 3-hour living yesterday's hoodie, passion in my ass. Why is he even breathing right now? Says the guy refreshing notifications every 14 seconds. Gang, gang. Playing lawyer on God mode, reading comprehension. Stuck in elementary, confidence in the stratosphere. Case dismissed. They're screaming to the void. Motion still pending, but go off, I guess.
Disagree? Obviously a paid chill. Actually read the filing, deep state plan. Laugh at them, you're clearly compromised too. Exist in the same zip code. Suspicious behavior, notify the group chat. Gang, 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 gang.
Tighter circle, smaller brain.
Gang, gang.
Echo chamber finally running out of oxygen. Gang, gang. Yeah. Gang, gang, acting the actual judge like it's group chat. Replay all meltdowns, labeled just asking questions. Got warned by the core once, that was a suggestion. Still get it the same street like it's strictly trash talk. Gang, gang, we're above all this drama. While screenshotting, they on meltdown for content. Preaching peace and love while actively baiting bears. And fake shock when the bear finally bites back. How could this happen? Gang, gang, synchronized tantrum hours. 5 tabs open, all the same screenshot. Different zoom levels, gang, gang. Premature victory lap over legal language, still can't pause. Gang, gang, standing 10 toes on business until tomorrow's filing, send them scrambling again. Gang, gang. Hype the claim to the moon, then ghost the chat when it ages like milk. Gang, gang. Gang, 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 gang. Gang, gang. Refresh. Gang, gang. Gang, gang, gang. See y'all same time tomorrow. Gang, gang. Don't be late.